Маяк передает легкую музыку.
Welcome to the American Dream Podcast Season 2, the show where I interview immigrants from all over the world to hear their perspectives of the American dream. I'm your host, Ekaterina. Привет! I'm in a studio with Erin Heschong. So you are originally from Taiwan. I have heard about you after my interview on 1041 KSGF, and I am so glad to finally meet you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, since you and I never met before, I will be learning your story as we speak today. So let's start from the very beginning. Back when you lived in Taiwan, where were you born and how was your life back in that country?
I'm from Taiwan. It's a little country from across the street from China. And back in the Taiwan life is busy. I've been in Taiwan till 27 and I got an opportunity. So I given myself a goal as I'm in Taiwan. I work for my mom at the spa and then spare time I work at the outside market that I selling the clothes. I'm really good at it. So I never wear the same clothes for 9 years actually. Never have the same. So people will buy the clothes from me. I was like, wow, I like your clothes. I can sell for you. So that's my life in Taiwan. And so I just want to have a different. I want to have a freedom. I want to have a free time.
Okay. So why did you move to the United States and why Missouri?
It's a couple times. I mean, I come traveling a couple times. I enjoy travel.
So you came to the United States because you like traveling. So you were never planning to stay here, or was that your plan?
No. I come here to travel. And then I go back to Taiwan. I met my ex-husband.
Okay.
So, and then we fall in love.
And your ex-husband was American, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
And I fall in love with him and then marry him and then I started immigrant here. That's the beginning of the story.
Okay. So was he from Missouri?
Yes, he is from this area.
Do you like Missouri?
Yes and no.
How so?
Yes, I do like Missouri because the middle of nowhere. Even COVID doesn't like us. I don't know that's true now. But no, I don't like here is because I grow at the city Taipei. That is big city. Everywhere you go, people is next to you. Your neighbor, you can hear everything. Even the neighbor old lady, when she sleep, you can hear.
Right.
So everybody live very packed, close, and you have no privacy. But when you're here, it's different.
Mm-hmm. So what was your immigration journey, process of moving and adaptation here like when you moved here with your ex-husband?
A little bit. It's just like most of a immigrant, a language barrier. So I spend a lot of time on my language before I can actually speak. So first couple years of my American life is no memory. I talk to myself in my brain in Chinese.
Oh.
And, I living in a place, is no friend. Mm-hmm. Everybody speak English. So we actually immigrant. I come live with my ex-husband at the Johnson City, Tennessee.
Okay.
So I was there in the first 1 or 2 years, and then we got an opportunity to move back here because his mother lived here.
How was your adaptation like?
Beginning is a little bit harder. So all the internet is not that convenient. I was here since 1996 and then started immigrant here 2000. I remember I had to pay so much money to call my parents. So my mom used to say, okay, I don't want to talk to you because it's too much money. You had to call me. So my mom actually told me last month, okay, I gotta go. I don't want to talk to you. It costs too much money. I said, Mom, it's free now. Internet. You can talk as long as you want. You can even see your mom like video call, FaceTime, so she can see me. We don't feel like she living in Taiwan, I living in United States. It's very close. You can see everything. She even watch me cooking while we talking.
So what was the most difficult part about leaving Taiwan?
Most difficulty? I couldn't think about that. What is the difficult because I love traveling. So this is a new adventure. The time when I moved, I was young. I was like 20-something. I eager to see everything. I don't think I have any difficulty. If you really, really want to make me to say something, it will be food. Because you grow up as eating Chinese food whole entire life. And, for family, is just, I desperately to have a freedom as my mom is like, have you heard of a tiger mother in Chinese? My mom is like that. She never can make it right. I love her, but no matter what you did, it's something you don't do right. So to be free is become like so exciting.
So what was it like when you first arrived? What surprised you the most when you just arrived to America?
Culture. I married a husband is 60 years younger than me. So at the time, I didn't really think that is the problem. Because when you fall in love, everything is beautiful. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that is. But the culture, as what you think, is actually very different. Mm-hmm. And my age, 6 years, is not much different, but it actually has still had a gap. Mm-hmm. So until I actually have a child with him, then I started to feel like, oh, that's issue. No. I'm also growing older. Then my voice, my English is better. Mm-hmm. And start to talk about, that's not acceptable. I want to stood up to speak to myself. Mm-hmm. So as a woman in United States, you can speak louder.
Right, yeah. For sure.
Greeting. That's something different in my country. In my country, we will say, "Jababe." Have you eaten yet? That's greeting, And here we talk about, how are you? And then doesn't matter how you are, you're going to say, I'm great. And then the voice will become so fake.
Right.
You don't know it's real or not. And then you don't look good. You look sad. That's why I asked you, how are you?
Right.
Is there anything I can offer you to help make you feel better? But they won't tell you. And then when they tell you, it made me feel like, oh, I actually feel like important. So when the Thai friend told me that, and then I will appreciate that. Because the different. In Taiwan, it's different. Doesn't matter who you are. They start to talk about their life, their husband, cheating, and whatever.
Right.
A child was just not a good boy. Even you are a stranger. They just tell you everything. It's different. It's very different here.
Okay, so if someone you knew from Taiwan were planning on coming to this country, what would you tell them to expect?
Just be yourself, accepting. That's what the word, simple, easy. Just accept what you come into. You don't wanna drop whatever behind you have. Like when I just come here, the first time I started counting how much money equal in Taiwan money, but you actually make money here. Your value is different. The average of Taiwanese people making money is around, I don't know now though, probably before was like $800 a month, not even a week, 800. Now probably a little bit more. I would say 1,000, I would say, but it's just different value. And your perspective is different. You're coming here, people here, they don't hang the home that much. Mm-hmm. You don't driving around and hang the home. That's one thing that when I come here, because I driving with hang the home because you want to tell people I'm coming in very fast speed. Then you need to know I'm coming so you won't run into me. So the people will hang the home. So you will know the corner there. There's a car coming. But you can't do that here. People will pull you over.
So expect also to have very different rules on the road.
Yes. And, as people will look at it and will ask you a question very personal. Mm-hmm. You can choose not answer because I don't know you.
Right.
It's my privacy. Like a street and it's like, oh, I know you're from United States. How was it there? And then they start to ask you about, you must make really good money, how much you make. Of course, you're not going to tell them how much you make. And they start to talk to themselves and then we'll say, oh, did you make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000? Oh, I know. You must save 100,000.
You can always lie.
No, you don't even want to answer because no matter what you say, they always lead you into the place you don't want to answer that question. The best way is just don't answer. What I do when I go back to Taiwan, I usually say, I'm a housewife. How come you have money to travel? How come you don't have to work? I say, well, I have a good husband. You just don't talk about that much. Then they don't ask. They just look at you. So I'm so happy you live in a great place, in freedom country.
Wow.
They don't know you work so hard.
Difference.
Yeah.
Wow. I love learning about Taiwanese culture, but we gotta take our break and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back. You're listening to the American Dream Podcast. I'm your host, Ekaterina, in the studio with a Taiwan citizen, Erin.
Hi.
So there are the top 3 Taiwanese dreams: security, sovereignty, and the space to be seen. Is that what motivates most people from Taiwan to move to the United States?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone come here has a different reason and then a story, because thank you for internet invention who did that. Is awesome because you get to read so many different stories. In one of the Chinese sentence, we will say that every house has every different bidder. That's a good thing, is a bad thing. They all have a reason why they come in this place. Their American dream is go by different person and how you change in the day go by. So I don't think that is set as everyone like that.
What is the American dream for you specifically?
Oh, I change a lot. It's just getting beautiful, and just like wine, it's become beautiful. Like a flower or soil is rich and it's blowing. Not necessary is that when I put the seed down as an American dream, it will be what I think, what it will grow. Maybe I was thinking this beautiful seed is going to growing as a beautiful flower and come out with a big tree. I could be angry. Why is tree? I'm looking for the flower. Why is not tree? But this tree become great. I'm enjoy to sitting down there and relax. So you become, as aging, you growing, you adapting the culture, you accepting this place is my home. I'm not going anywhere. I'm a citizen of the United States. So the tree is great. If you ask me what kind of dream I have, it could be different tomorrow.
I know that a lot of people come here for freedom of religion. So it's something inner. Some other immigrants have more materialistic dreams. They want just a big house and lots of money. There's nothing wrong with that either. But you don't have a specific one.
Yes, I'm an unusual person. Like my father will always say, you should walk, You walk, it will save you money, so you will have retirement. This is my experience, because I wish you have more money. It's a culture. It's not just Taiwanese culture. It's all the Asian culture. Japanese, Hong Kong, Philippines, they're all hard workers. It's just that area of a culture. People work really hard. They're saving up the money. It's just because the government does not provide that much of a benefit as the United States. Here you have a retirement when you're getting certain age that you're getting certain kind of a benefit. So you don't have that. You have to save money. And as a young generation, me, not young, but me, it's still young, but I don't have that worry because I feel like an American will take care of me. Yes. Most people want a house, as you say. Most people want to save as much as they want. And they save the money. They put the money in cash in the jar. In the big city, they do want to go. They love to go to rob a Chinese house. If they know they are Chinese. It's just because they put the cash in the pillow. Who do that right now? No one gonna put a cash in the pillow.
You said that you don't have a specific settled American dream. You just have little dreams, little goals that you go towards. And as soon as you reach them, you move on to the next one.
Yes, I don't have a long-term goal because over the years since you were a little child, when I was a little girl, I want to be a housewife. Of course, that doesn't work. Reality doesn't let me do that. And then you change, and then I was in OTC for 9 years because I couldn't settle my major. Because your major changes every year. I change every year. And after some time, I finally getting to what I wanted. It's just totally what you think in the beginning. And then to come to your life, should you have a long-term goal? Yes. My long-term goal, you really ask me, I want to take care of my little girl inside of myself.
Interesting.
Yes, and that's it. The little girl there needed love. No one can love you so but yourself. How do you get reach the inside a girl? It's difficult to reach but yourself.
So how do you feel about the concept of the American dream in general then? Do you believe in it at all?
I believe it's a good have a dream. A dream come true, that's great. A dream doesn't come true, also great. Just like a seed coming out, it's a flower or tree. They're both great. If it come out as a flower, great. Your dream come true, it's beautiful. If it become a tree, don't upset. That's great too. There's no good or bad.
Is there a limit when it comes to dreaming in America about having goals in America as an immigrant?
No, you shouldn't have a limit. You just, we always tell our child, just go on your imagination. Just think, it's a drink. You can drink as much as you want it. A drink come true, you have to put effort into it. You can't just drink it.
Okay, so you have to stay basically like almost hungry for more and more goals to reach more in life as much as possible.
I won't have that much hungry though. Because you have that much hungry, you just get too hungry and maybe you will desperate to death, hungry to death.
And you become obese and have more problems.
Yeah, you want to be reality. That would become like too much.
So do you think you reached the Taiwan American dream? If you were to come back to Taiwan, people would think you're living their American dream?
I think they will think I'm living an American dream because they see the picture. The house is big, car is nice, you have a front yard and the backyard. So it's Taiwan, housing is very, very expensive. It was, I would say, for cheapest one you will get was 600K to expensive one will be 2,000K. As how much income?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So people, you have to have a really great skill, like you own a business. There's money everywhere. We have a Chinese sentence. They will say the goal is all the way to your knee, everywhere. But can you be able to pick that up, or that just decoration in your house? You need to know how to use the table. Instead of you put a table in your house, you don't know how to use that table. Your table become your bed. That's just, you don't know how to use that table. So if it's go everywhere, but you need to know how to spend the money, use in the right place. The people who has a lot of money, they probably not using the right place. They just invest in what they think is great to make more money. They could do better things for the global or for themselves, but people don't do that.
So if you were to come back to Taiwan, people would be jealous?
No, their life is pretty good there. People rich. Yes, the food is cheap there, and living cost is great there. United States costs too much. And if you ask me, do I want to move back? I say yes. When I get old.
Why?
Because the living cost is cheap and you use your language.
Well, that's, yeah.
And in here, it's only increased. The most inflation in the global right now, I don't know, I asked my friend in India, do you guys have inflation? I don't feel it. Oh, I feel burning here.
So you work at the Big Cedar in Branson. Is that your dream job?
No, but I love my job. It's not my dream job because I grew up the industry being an esthetician. My parents own the spa. So I doing this ever since I was 12. I can look at the people body. I already know, oh yeah, your lifestyle. And I look at people's skin. I already know what should I tell you and what should I suggest you. It's already calculated in my brain. So when after people mention it and I start, I already know the answer for them most of the time. Sometimes I will get into some question I don't know, and I can always do research about. But this is not my American dream job.
What is?
Housewife.
Oh, just that?
Yeah, ever since I was a child, I want to be a housewife.
Okay.
But it doesn't work for me.
So that will never happen? Your dream will never come true?
I don't think that will happen. Maybe somebody drop a big giant lottery in my house. I don't ask much money. As long as I can cover my inflation, that's good enough.
So finally, if someone you knew from Taiwan were planning on coming to this country for their American dream, what would you tell them to expect? What advice would you give them about whether or not they should even come here to the United States?
I wouldn't give it an advice you should or should not, because it's too privacy as a question, what I think. And I will suggest that if you come, anything I can offer as my experience, I'm more than happy to help you. And the most I will advise then is accepting. You want to accept what happened to you, and then you will be happy. If maybe something's bad, something, maybe you immigrate here with your family, suddenly your husband decide to leave you and dump you, and by yourself you had to learn your language. This is very common happen for Chinese family. The husband does decide want to leave. The housewife does not speak English. They don't have a work skill. They had to start learning English. I met many of those at the OTC, those first language speaker. They had to learn how to speak, and then they become a server. They started working like a Walmart and a very basic job to get and sell on the feed.
So just accept.
Just accept what happened. No matter it's good, bad happen, it's all good happen because it's going to be a great experience. You're going to have a great adventure. No matter where you go, even you go back to Taiwan or you just decide not going to be in the United States, you might immigrate to Mexico or Canada. It could be. So just accepting what happened and enjoy it.
Thank you so much for visiting me today, Erin. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram at podcasttag.